apply to marry you in those?
To the general, I can argue from the general to the particular. I think there's a big mistake being made here that everybody should be on one side or the other. There are some members of PANDEF that, very, if you like, can be termed favorites of Wike, and there are those that could be termed favorites of the governor. And if any one of them speaks, not as PANDEF, but as the person, he now uses that to condemn PANDEF. That I think is wrong. It's illogical. So I think I'd like to point that out. And I want to tell you that I've been in this Abuja from the time it was being designed when we were working from Suleja. That was the camp. And I know this Abuja very well. I was very pleased that a minister from my zone, for the first time, had been appointed. And I was really looking forward to working with Minister Wike, because he came with a statement that some distortions, he has observed some distortions in the master plan, and I'm aware of those distortions, and I was prepared to point them out to him, but sadly, I have not been able to secure an appointment to meet with him. And I congratulated him on his appointment, and I said we were quite willing to work with him or provide whatever input as a professional architect and town planner that I am, to help his work. So I want to hope that he will take advantage of that. But on the specific issue of what the committee has done, I want to tell you that we spent quite a lot of time. We spent 4 days in Port Harcourt, meeting with various stakeholders and critical people that could bring peace to that state. And I want to state that it's our conviction that a peace obtained from a discussion and a resolution is far superior to that obtained from a court judgment. Because one will be harmonious, the other will be contentious, and the ill feelings will always remain. I remember when I had my own issues with my president as governor, he said to me, no two people go to court and come back as friends. So maybe he was correct. And that's why PANDEF stepped in and wanted the elders. We have examples. I don't want to have to name them, but in the West we saw a recent where a very senior elder had a quarrel with a young lawyer. It's the elders that stepped in and resolved it. And thank God, nobody hears about it anymore. And that's what we thought would happen here. So we have written at least 2 letters to Wike asking for audience because we thought it was proper that we should meet with him. Because on the other hand, we have met twice also with the governor, and the last time came almost as a challenge thrown to us, the committee, by those we know his very close friends and people that he listens to. They said to us, and they were very specific, go to Governor Fubara and tell him you want him to meet with Wike. If he agrees, come back, we will arrange for you to meet with Wike. It was a challenge. We went to Governor Fubara, and believe me, without hesitation, he said, if PANDEF invites me to a meeting with Wike, I will gladly come. That he said. And we conveyed this back to the minister and to those friends of his that have thrown out the challenge, and they say, in that case, we are working on it. So they're still working on it. It has not been possible for us to meet with. And out of respect, we thought we don't want to bring the 2 of them together without talking to him. He's the elder to the governor. So we want to give him that respect, talk to him, and just hear his own side of the story, so that when we bring the 2 of them together, the meeting will be easier and a lot more productive. Apart from the letters, I have sent messages, WhatsApp messages, text messages to the minister and to some of his close allies. Say, please, convince him of the need. I said, we are not talking here about Fubara, we are talking about River State. The peace in River State, so that the governor can function and everybody can be satisfied. And there have been no, as I put in my speech, there have been no cooperation, whatever, from the minister. He has not given us audience and has made our work very, very difficult. And that's why I said, the president said, go back and continue. But we can't continue talking to one side only. And that's why the intervention now that we need from Mr. President is to convince his minister that it makes sense for him to meet, first of all, with the PANDEF committee, and then later on, if he wants to, believe me, it would be very good if he can organize that the two of them be brought together with the PANDEF committee to discuss the River State and come to an understanding. We are quite happy to go along with that.